Yeah, now let us move on to the first classification algorithm that is available, that is logistic regression. That is KNN. Now we will see KNN. Let us move on to logistic regression later. Okay, now first we will see KNN. KNN stands for KNN stands for K nearest neighbor algorithm. K nearest neighbor algorithm. In English, we know birds of feather flock together. This is a statement. We know that very well. Birds of feather flock together. Flock in the sense a group of birds. So like things will get people of like-minded will mingle together easily. We know that we know this all. Why? Because we are dealing with K and N. If my mindset and your mindsets are equally matched, then what we will do? You and me will get friends very easily because we are having similar characteristics. We are having similar characteristics. If we are having similar characteristics, our nearest neighbor. So now we are in lockdown period, right? So if I want to buy something, what I will choose, I will check for the nearest shop. If I want to bring anything, if I then what I will do, I will check for the nearest point. I will check for the nearest shop and I will go there and I will buy them. So I am checking here. This algorithm is mainly thinking on the nearest neighbors. If there is some data, if there is two groups of data, here we are concentrating on nearest thing. Here we are concentrating on nearest thing. See here, I will show you a diagram. See here, there are two categories of data. Here category A and there is category B. If a new point arises to us, our intention is to predict whether this goes into category A or this goes into category B using KNN algorithm. What KNN will do? KNN will do is KNN will take a point. KNN, what is the main agenda of KNN is it will check for the nearest point. It will check for the nearest point whether this new point is near to category A or near to category B. If it is nearest, what we will do is we will put that point into that category. That is the overview of KNN algorithm. Overview of KNN algorithm. First, I will say some few points about this KNN algorithm. Later, we will do one problem and then we will implement that KNN algorithm. First, in KNN algorithm, we need some labeled classes. We need some labeled classes in the sense that see here category A itself is labeled. Here category A is labeled. Category B is labeled. For what is our data set, best cancer data set? What is labeled classes over there? Belgian and malignant. These two are the labeled classes there. Yes or no? Class 2 and class 4 are the labeled classes over there. If one patient comes here, then what we need to do? We need to send them whether whether she is having malignant state or Belgian state. Whether we are having malignant state or Belgian state. Okay, now using KNN algorithm. So for that we want labeled classes. Okay, now we want labeled classes. After designing labeled classes, the model will gain some knowledge from training data. So we had 698 instances, right? With that 698 instances, the model will get trained. After trained, what we do is we will apply the test data. So this kind of new data is called as test data. We will apply that test data. This test data is also called as unlabeled classes. Unlabeled classes. So here using labeled classes, we will train the model. Using unlabeled classes, we will with that labeled classes, we will predict the model, and with some new instances, with some new unlabeled classes, we will get the output. We will predict something. Okay, na? The simple algorithm. Okay, now with some we are having labeled classes. If we get some new point, we will deciding which whether to go to category A or category B. Okay, now see simple these pros and cons of this KNN are what is the advantages. This simple and effective. This is very simple and effective. Uh, Fast in training phase. It is somewhat fast in training phase. Okay, now it is it makes no assumption about underlying data distribution. These are the advantages of KNN. The cons, drawbacks of it is slow classification phase. It is slow classification phase, which means see what we will do here is here we will calculate the Euclidean distance, which is means we know Euclidean distance, that is distance is equal to under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So we will calculate for this new point, we will be having x1 y1. For these points, category A points, we will be having coordinate values, right? Here also we will be having coordinate values. For each and every point, we will be calculating a shortest distance, that is calculating the Euclidean distance between the 2 points. Then it is slow for classification. That is one drawback of this KNN algorithm. It requires large amount of data. It requires large amount of data. Okay, na? So let me show you an example for this classification algorithm. So as you can see, there is some ingredients. Apple is let us range the sweetness of apple is 10 and crunchiness is 9. Apple crunchiness is 9 and sweetness is 9. If apple is if apple sweetness is 10 and crunchiness is 9, then what we predict that as, we predict that food type as fruit. Okay, na? Let us see banana. Banana is sweetness is 10, crunchiness is 1. Then we can say that as fruit. So if all the fruits, let us assume like this, all the fruits with if they are having high sweetness, then we can say that we can say them category labeled class as fruits. So if the sweetness is high, then we can say them as food type as fruits. If crunchiness is high, see carrot and sirli. If crunchiness is high, you see here we don't bother about sweet. Here in fruits category we are bothering about sweetness. In vegetable category we will bothering about vegetable crunchiness. If crunchiness is high, we will say that they are vegetables. If sweetness and crunchiness are less, then we can say them as proteins. Here we are having 3 categories. One is fruit category, second one is vegetable category, third one is protein category. If sweetness is high, we will say them as fruits. If crunchiness is high, we will say them as vegetables. If sweetness and crunchiness are normal in nature, minimum in nature, then we say that proteins. Now see here, this is our graph. As you can see here, this is our graph. This graph is drawn between how crunch the food is, how sweet how taste the food is. So here see, here fruits is one category, apple is one fruit, pear is one fruit, grapes, all these are sweet in nature, vegetables are crunch in nature, proteins are nor crunch nor sweetness. Now there is one data point, one tomato came and it is asking where to go, whether it is vegetable, whether it is fruit, whether it is protein. Okay, na? Whether it is protein. So how KNN will check where to go? How KNN will check where to go, in which category it falls. we know as in human we know tomato is an vegetable.